and Hardaway and Baron Davis. But I want to conform and be
what a goddamn
lover
week.
of all
What a game one. What a game one. I'm here trying to be quiet because I'm a hum daddy and I got a daughter asleep. I got a son asleep.
Me
But
too.
my God,
I
what
have
a game
both as
one.
well. But guys, just an official announcement here. Artavon Davron right here, who is going to be a permanent, he's going to stay put on Thursday Night Live. He is a hum daddy, and he is an official hum daddy now. So welcome the fourth hum daddy. Artavon Davron, you are crowned. Congrats, buddy.
I appreciate that. I appreciate the crown. And I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to talking some Warriors, man. Me and Jake been doing Warriors Roundtable since we were 10. Now we're just doing it on the pod.
Yeah, so get this, y'all. Me and Artie used to call each other when did that start? When we were like 8, 9?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, so we talk BJ Armstrong Warriors. We talk, Joe Smith was later in the game. That was when we were old.
Joe Smith was old news.
Yeah. We talk the Weber trade. We talk Latrell when he was with Danielle, when he was with Victor Alexander, when fools were with Chris Gatling. So this is awesome to be able to talk Warriors Roundtable as adults. Me, myself, I see this starting five for the Warriors being money, barring injury, which
this starting five tonight's.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved it. I didn't anticipate it.
I anticipated this. I think this is the best. This is the highest IQ, like hoop IQ lineup I've ever seen, honestly. When Horford came out just automatically blending in. And of course he would. He's the oldest dude in the group. And he's been on championship squads.
Of course.
And I mean, this is a separate thing, but we have the Dominican dandies in the Bay, dude, because Al Horford's Dominican going with Devers. And, I
love it. Yes.
Yeah, I love it. The Bay Area has our Dominicans on lock, the Alou brothers, all that shit. But,
you know it.
Yeah, Art, what'd you see tonight, homie?
Man, what I see tonight. First, there's so many different things to talk about, but number one, there's so many, just as a whole, because I have so many, I think about the Warriors a lot, and I freaking love the Warriors. And so I have these little things, but that doesn't really make sense to start. From a stepping back perspective, really just exciting to see the healthy version of this team. So like my trepidation for this team, and I think if you were watching Thursday Night Live, I kind of laughed about our age, and that remains to be my worry. Like, can this team stay healthy? But if we can be this team, and it was fun to get, night one of it, it really, really looked like a team that could compete in the NBA this year with anybody. And that
kind of what I said, no?
Yeah, that's exactly what you said. You loved it. You were ready. And I think you know me, man, I'm going to come off, I'm going to say my thing, and I have one game. I'm not going to sit here and say I changed my view on the fact that I think the Warriors long-term shit, especially if you're planning to get rid of Kuminga, we'll see what happens, might be a little older than I think can really do it in the NBA right now. But today was so fun to watch. And I called my brother today before the game, and I started thinking, man, this team could be healthy. And what I loved about Horford, so this is where I'm starting going into details already. Horford, to me, the best part about Horford, because he didn't shoot well tonight, but he'd shot automatic.
Hit his first three.
Exactly. And he just, right when it was automatic, he doesn't think. If you leave him open for three, he's going to shoot. And I really like the fact that he made himself just a clear threat. Like, that is going to be me if you can't just leave me open. And I think that's huge for the team.
He passes. He finds the open guy.
He's smart. He's a cerebral ball player, and Kerr loves that shit. But one thing I noticed about this lineup that I loved, and I hate on pods, is this is using pods in the perfect way, because in this five, he's not a ball handler. He might handle the ball a little, but Curry's a ball handler. Butler's a ball handler. Something I loved tonight, Draymond, and they even let Kuminga handle the ball. And I thought it was really fun to just watch.
Sometimes he'd fade away from the triple, which was pretty gross. But yeah.
But yeah, it was a hell of a game to watch. We went with the deep rotation. Another takeaway I had from tonight, which is a little bit other side of the coin. It's going to be a long year for the Lakers. I think Luka looks like an MVP candidate. That was my call before the year. I kind of think that.
How sexy I said he looked.
When
he lost.
You get sexy spelt Luka. Yeah, sexy spelt Luka in LA seems pretty.
Still doesn't play D though.
No, and the whole team looked, frankly, that worries me a little that it got almost too close for comfort. They looked kind of pathetic. The first half I didn't get to watch as well. I was hum
Okay.
daddying, and second half I watched all of
And
every minute of
JK
the
looked
second
pretty
half.
good in the second half,
Oh, he
honestly.
looked. Did he
Yeah.
look good in the second
He
half?
looked like trash for a minute in the first half.
I didn't get. Fortunately, I didn't see that.
And your boy GP2 had one of the worst sequences I've ever seen in my
He had
life.
more than one bad sequence.
No,
He
but
had a few.
so in the first half, he was in early. Dude, like damn near airball to 3, bricked a layup in a wide open look. Like I think it was Horford fed him a perfect pass underneath, wide open, bricked it. Fouled somebody after an offensive board. He had an offensive foul and then went back on D, committed another foul. It was like an 8-point swing towards the Lakers.
Yeah, I mean, I watched him in the second half do something similar. He tried to inbound the ball, not inbound. He tried to throw a bounce pass to Horford, who was trying to post up, got picked. Then on the next possession, he's on the other far side. He gets the ball stolen. Yeah, he played actually really bad, and then I kind of laughed because sure enough, he's closing the game and making good plays, which is like hilarious because it's just exactly why Kerr likes him. He's like, he trusts him. He knows he's going to do what he wants him to do. And he was in the right position.
I mean, your boy Pods had there's a couple possessions where it's like you see Horford and Jimmy just passing it around. You know, it's even if it's not a great pass, it's just keeping the ball moving, which is, you know, textbook just flow, NBA flow. And Pods hit a couple threes like that, which was money. He was just in rhythm. And I think those old guys helped get Pods in rhythm.
Yeah.
And honestly, dude, when they're healthy, which they were tonight, that's why I threw on them. That is one sexy goddamn lineup, dude. Al Horford should not be slept on. That he's a champion. He's been huge in playoff runs for the Celtics. I watched the Celtics very closely. You know, because I was a huge PP fan, and then obviously we played them for a big series. And yeah, I keep my eye on the Celtics. Horford is a stud, and I just love that addition. I love having another adult in the room. Having a healthy Butler with a healthy Steph that practiced all offseason together. Like they had a training camp together, which is amazing. So I thought it was a no-brainer to throw on that crew tonight. I mean, obviously it'll probably get tricky here after a couple injuries. I mean, that would be logical to say that, you know, that it's probably gonna happen. But tonight you just showed that the Dubs are legit. Like these old dudes know how to play.
Yeah, Dubs got to really aim at. I guess now that I think about it, just it's not about the 1 seed, the 2 seed, the 3 seed. It's like get the 6 seed so you're not playing in, get somewhere and be healthy. Like obviously, if you can be top 4, you know, great.
Well, and just
little. If this team can be healthy, it would be fun.
Little things. Veterans really influence small factors of winning. Like when the Dubs would lose games by 2-3 points a couple of years ago, when Clay was shooting out of his ass before, you know, he left. They lost a lot of close games just due to nonsense. And I don't see that happening with a Horford and a Butler.
I mean, a Horford and a Butler, and to a smaller degree, a GP, right? It does give you, like, I was actually thinking, despite being a really old team, a lot of our pieces we might rely on are pretty young. And now that you think about it, like, no, we got some pretty good veteran leadership. We got some veteran role players. And so if the young guys come in, we haven't even talked about Buddy. I mean, Buddy was
money.
Just draining threes.
And that Richard kid was fucking
Richard. That's who I was ranting about when on Thursday. I was like, yeah,
that's him. Yeah.
This kid's supposed to he played well. Freaking I mean,
he looks like he knows what he's doing, dude, for sure.
I don't know if you saw that clip going around online where
I had to put my sleeve on in the name of Mountain Dew, new sponsor for the Hum Daddies. This is the last year, or second to last year of Oracle, now Oakland Arena, which I took Mila to a Frozen and Kanto show too on Sunday. Sleeve, you know, it's gonna be good luck for us this year. So go Dubs.
I like it.
Yeah, I'd like to say I've heard a lot about how I'm too positive on the Warriors and too negative on the Niners. The Warriors gave us 4 championships, guys. When me and Artie were calling each other as children playing in Little League baseball together, the Warriors would win, I don't know, 18 to 25 games a year. So the fact that they have 4 titles, I'm allowed to say, hey, I just want a fun year. You know, I just want them to be a playoff team and have fun. You know, they gave us 4 goddamn titles. All these fair weather fans that are demanding championships every year with a 37-year-old Steph Curry, go to hell. You don't know the struggles. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
kidding themselves. We
yeah.
were sitting here. I remember convincing myself when we got Dampier, and everybody, even 2 years later, they're like, he's such a bust. I'm like, yeah, but he's the right size to play against Shaq. I'm like, if
Yeah.
we could just get some people, at least he's big enough. I would
He's a
convince
bust.
myself
He just
Dampier.
pulled 14 boards last night. Give me a break.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, what's he talking about? Exactly. Like, man, spending our time trying to convince ourselves those teams could win to then come to
Jimmy
this.
Jackson on the Dubs. He just scored 23 last night.
Exactly.
Larry Hughes, stud.
Oh,
Gilbert
Larry Hughes
Arenas.
era was fun. I remember being excited about Larry.
Larry was the truth. I mean,
Yeah.
we had Gilbert. We drafted Gilbert, actually.
Larry Hughes was like poor man Allen Iverson.
Yeah. And I mean, Gilbert actually became something. I mean, he was legit, but those teams he was on, I don't think we maxed out at more than maybe 30 wins.
So what do you think? You were hating on, or were you? A lot of people hate on Kuminga. I feel like you're one of them. Yeah, you love to hate on Kuminga. And I'm sort of curious, and you might not, I don't mean to put you on blast. You can clarify your thoughts on Kuminga. I don't think he's necessarily I think he's certainly not a cerebral player. And I think it's hard for him to sort of, I think he thinks a little while he plays to make, but I will just say, watching the game tonight, two things he did. One, I don't know how much Kerr loves, and one I know Kerr loves, is he came back for rebounds. And at least in this second half, that's what I was watching. He came back for rebounds, which is all like one of the main things Kerr wants him to do is,
he wants him to care about rebounding the ball.
Get 7 boards a game. I think he got 7 tonight, right? And let me look. 9 boards tonight.
Huge.
Okay?
That's huge.
9 boards. And, we're only talking 32 minutes. Like, I mean, that's big minutes, but I mean, 9 boards is legit, right? As a small forward, and I remember every time he's getting a board, I'm watching him come back into the screen, right? He's up top, he's guarding somebody, and he's coming back into the screen, grabbing the board. And a play I really remember in the game that I felt like was A, something we're missing, B, some swag, and C, everything Kerr would love is he comes diving in for a board. He tips it to one of the Warriors. I don't remember who he tips it to, but it's, a Laker's going to get it. He tips it to him. We're talking at mid-third or beginning of the fourth quarter.
Okay.
And he gets, and then he immediately turns, starts running back down court on the left side, gets the ball. Pods comes around him. And I kind of think you would typically want to give it to Pods there, start running some motion offense. But this is where he swags out. Kuminga sees Luka's on him. And so he kind of just holds up. And this is where I feel like Kerr doesn't love one-on-one, but NBA is about one-on-one.
Mismatches, yeah.
Mismatches. And I loved that Kuminga immediately hunted that. And he didn't wait. He didn't take long. He just didn't give the ball to Pods. He kind of watched him for a second, squared him up, went to the hole, bodied, asked for the and one, hit the jumper.
That's great. I love that.
It was beautiful. It was such a secret.
By the way,
I loved it.
Yeah, don't put words in my mouth because I was a huge Kuminga diehard. Like when he was a rookie, I love the guy. That was my favorite player on the Warriors. Especially with the braids and shit, man, and just bopping on fools. And I knew, it is a fact that he learned the game of basketball as a teenager.
Exactly.
He didn't know about it until he was a high school age, and that's
all more reason to understand it's going to be growing pains. You don't draft him if you don't let him go through those growing pains.
But when people see your athletic ability and they hype you up, maybe you buy into your own hype. And then he didn't want to do the little things to learn the specifics and the fundamentals like Kerr likes people to do. And that's, I think, where the whole confusion came and the whole.
Totally. But I just see that dimension that he brings that the Warriors don't have much of. And I don't even mean the athleticism, even the Jimmy Butler-esque, and he ain't nearly as good at it, one-on-one take. Like the fact that he will go.
Still high for Kuminga. It's not going to not be high. I mean,
so I think it's going to be interesting to see, like, what do the Warriors do if, I think most people assume Kuminga was probably going to be traded this year. And I kind of wonder, like, if the Warriors are a really good team and they're, like, balling out and Kuminga's playing a lot like he played tonight, I don't see how you could trade him.
Well, I think now, especially a full season with Jimmy, full season with Horford, I think maybe that kind of locker room that will rub off on him. I sure hope it does.
And this is one game. It's funny to overreact, and we'll do it all year whenever we can get on. And I know
But I
be
feel
doing
good about
lots of
this game
lives.
because their lineup is dope when they're healthy, and this might
Yeah.
be the only game they're all healthy, and that's why I threw on it.
But this shit is so fun, man.
I know,
Curry,
dude. I
we get
love
to
the
watch
Warriors,
Curry
man.
every game, man. Let's just knock on wood he doesn't get hurt. Man,
I
get to
know,
watch
dude.
Curry. He didn't even do
And I
nothing
think
tonight. He was so average tonight for Curry, and then he just gives us the dagger. You're just
when he
like,
gets
oh, I'm
to
gonna
the
shoot
line,
from 50
Jimmy
feet
was
out.
such a subtle like presence, getting to the line, hitting. You know, like he was D'd up and still rattled in a couple jumpers. I mean, that kind
Draymond
of
was
shit.
balling from when I was watching too. Like he played pretty damn well. He was running the offense for him. He was grabbing some boards, and
Horford is impressive as hell.
Yeah.
That
how many deep
addition,
did we go tonight? I thought he got those 2 minutes in the first half, didn't he?
So he had some negative minutes, in my opinion. When I saw him
we went 11 deep tonight, but we really went 10 deep. Santos played 2 minutes. So then there's going to be Moody to bring in there. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. But Horford's not going to play back-to-backs. People are going to get hurt. So yeah,
but the second he came in, I just felt like the adult was in the room. He made all the right plays. Like the hoop IQ on these guys is otherworldly. Like when you get a Jimmy Butler, a Steph, a Draymond, and a Horford together, it's crazy the amount of experience and talent mixed with just the actual natural hoop IQ they all have. Totally. I think it could be very special.
Totally. And I think I was under appreciating. First off, Al Horford has kept his body in wonderful shape, at least for one day, right? I'm watching one game.
It looked like old man strength at the YMCA. Steps in and starts killing.
And I watched him grab a board first half and just start running down like he's Shaquille O'Neal. He's bringing the ball up, starting the fast break.
Pass me the pill, and I'll slam dunk it like Shaquille O'Neal.
I just could not believe Horford's doing that. So maybe I haven't been watching him close enough. I figured he had even more of an old man game than he does. But he came correct,
great, dude.
And I didn't realize, man, I looked him up. Like I knew he'd been stroking threes. I'm not a freaking idiot, And I knew it's been like, I just didn't. I think last year he shot 44% from three. We're not talking 40. Like we're not. And I was looking. It was like the last 3 years. It was like 40, 44, like 37, 40, and 44. I remember a 40% shooter as our center. This is everything the Warriors ever wanted. A smart big who could shoot 40% from threes. My God.
And he sees the game and he passes. Like he knows how to pass.
Yeah.
And imagine like Seth, Steph, him. Get Moody in there, like pods that they could, buddy. Those fools could stroke it.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I mean, now more than ever, I feel like, yeah, it'll be interesting season because I think
I was saying this to y'all. Zach said, "What are you talking about? They can only finish in the second round." And then when, he went back and forth on that one. If you recall, he said their ceiling is the second round, their floor is the second round.
Yeah, no, he was hilarious. He was arguing with both of us, saying the exact same thing. I was an idiot for saying what I said.
Well,
anyway.
And I was pretty dead on, as I usually am.
Yeah, game. There's the championship. We did it. We're gonna, as Jake said, we are unbelievable.
It's not logical to think this team will stay healthy the entire season and through the playoffs. If they were to in fantasy land, I think this is the best roster in the NBA.
I think that's a hot take, but it was a beautiful game one, and I will say I certainly liked this roster better than the roster I saw on the other side. I felt bad for the Lakers. I was like, man, you guys.
How do you feel bad for? Oh yeah, your Lake show.
Oh,
by the way, guys, Artie loves the Lakers.
I'm weird. I meant more like, and that's the wrong term for you, Bay Area. I know y'all hate the Lakers in a way that I'm a little bit weird because maybe it's my little soft spot for LeBron. Most Warriors fans.
Do you love Shohei too? Are you a big Ohtani guy?
No, I just, Donyell Marshall on my shirt, right?
Yeah.
He's my favorite player of all time.
Right.
Donyell Marshall happened to end his career with my Cleveland Cavalier, LeBron James era led.
Yeah.
Oh, that was like one of my, Warriors were in the dumps. I was in Santa Barbara. Everybody loved Kobe Bryant. And it was the Cavs, LeBron. I was like, fucking loved LeBron. I was like, fuck Kobe, blah, 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 blah. It didn't matter. Warriors were so irrelevant, bro. Like they were doing their 18
So I liked Dwight Howard and the Magic then.
So there you go. I was still rooting for Donyell Marshall. And he was out here breaking records, hitting 13 threes from the corner with LeBron feeding him. So anyway, that's the beginning of my soft spot for LeBron.
Nowitzki and a bunch of different guys.
And I disliked LeBron for quite a while, and I still have my ups and downs with what I think about him. But ultimately, I think he's a legend of the game. I think he's given too hard of a time, and I was just kind of laughing at
Absolutely. I mean, obviously, LeBron is a stud. He's one of the greats. I don't think he is the great, as a bunch of weird internet shit
is
not the
like best player.
People think.
No.
I loved him actually as a rookie, like coming straight
out.
That's
what I'm talking about. That's where I'm at. And
him and Z. I liked him and Ilgauskas together. That was fun.
Yeah, that's the team I'm talking about. That's the team.
I think Larry Hughes might have been on one of those.
Yeah, he was. Drew Gooden, right? ECHS.
Right. Drew Gooden.
These are very, very, very fun Cavs teams that I
you're not wrong about that. You're not wrong.
That's LeBron from 18 to like
22.
No. I'm just saying, I was just laughing. And I didn't even mean when I said I felt bad for LA. I actually just misspoke. Really what I meant is, fuck, they look bad. I was shocked because Luka dominated from the beginning to the end of the game.
Well, he dominated with
everything look so easy. He made everything look so easy.
Luka is so sexy.
But they still got their ass whooped, and they barely ever came close. And he, what? How many shots he get? I bet you he shot about 20 shots.
Up like 40 points or something.
Yeah, he had 40 points on probably 20 shots. It was effortless, and they got their ass whooped, and they looked like absolute horse shit.
You know what else is effortless about Luka? His defense, because he doesn't play.
He's not playing much defense. But I mean, I don't even know how much his ass was getting worked. I mean, he was getting worked a little, but my God, that guy Vincent, I'm forgetting his first name, trying to guard Jimmy Butler. Are you shitting me? The guy was small, weak, and Jimmy Butler, every time he saw him, just fucking preyed right on him.
What do you think of Rui? I mean, talk about having the Japanese contingent down in LA.
Rui is like great if he's your ninth man, right? Or maybe your seventh man. You can like have him deep in your rotation, 35 minutes.
You're like go-to number 2.
No, he's like their fourth best player. It's like literally they got 3 obviously good players. None of them play defense anymore. LeBron, Luka, and Reeves. Like none of them you can really call on. And then the rest of that fucking roster is garbage. So I was just kind of looking at them like they're probably just in a transition. I was just kind of thinking whenever I look at a team that just looks like shit, I'm just like, God, that's
why you throw 3 digits on it, homie.
Yeah, I like it. But it was only one game. Who the hell knows what's going to happen? But God damn,
I know.
I'm excited.
You got to get them early when you got them.
I love the fucking I'm cussing a lot now because I'm excited. First off, my food poisoning, I think, went away.
Nice.
For all you listeners, I just had 20 minutes of hell.
I know. Do you want to explain to the people what happened?
Yeah, I'm just going to say, I'm just very happy all of a sudden now because I'm highly energized. I was thinking about going to the ER. I just had 20 minutes. I went from putting my daughter down to sleep to getting ready to sign on to this cast, to hitting Jacob and telling him, I don't know about this. And I'm not going to get into the detail, but we're talking, what's that Netflix documentary? It's like 40 minutes of hell or something. And it's that one defense that does full court pressure the whole game. It's like Arkansas basketball. If you've never seen it, it's great. Actually, you should watch it. I think it's called 40 Minutes of Hell. Anyway,
Jordan flu game.
No, not what I'm talking about.
No, I know, but I'm saying it's up there.
Oh, I'm guessing I had a much sicker
wheelchair.
Yeah, we were doing lots of liquids, hives breaking out, hot sweats. But now I'm feeling back. I'm feeling real good, and I miss NBA, baby.
No, what's crazy is one of my best friends, like the young Joe, I think you met him. He's an NBA diehard. He was like, yesterday he said, I did not realize the NBA starts tomorrow. The marketing has been so horrible.
It has been horrible. I didn't realize it till you said it. Like I knew a week ago because you said you want to go to the watch party, which looks like you didn't end up making it to, huh?
No, it's on Monday. It's for the home opener.
Oh, you said it was Tuesday. I think you had it wrong. I think you thought it was.
Yeah, I did. I had it wrong, but it's on Monday.
Next Monday.
Yeah, you're still welcome.
Okay.
But hockey and NBA are just like, you got Danny out here talking about Kenneth Walker III, and meanwhile there's Blue Jays George Springer home runs going on. You got the debut of the NBA.
Yeah, I hate
why I get mad about you having Gabe as the spokesman for our basketball league. It's basically having Farhan on your squad.
I just hate that the NBA has the regular season problem of like it not meaning enough. Because man, the NBA to me is
nights like tonight are amazing though.
That's what I mean, and I consider. I mean, it's flat out NBA is my favorite sport right now. Right, it has been for about 10 years. Probably since Kaepernick kneeling shit, and since I think that impacted my view on NFL. And then I just stopped watching sports as much because I was in graduate school and yada yada yada. But the Warriors I could never stop because I play basketball a
Yeah.
lot, But anyway,
NBA was mine when we were kids. That was my
I
favorite
just
sport.
freaking love the Warriors. And baseball is more like in the background for me. It's on, but I'm not watching games as intensely. It's more just there and it's on, and I like. But the Warriors, man, it's the Steph Curry era, man. This 15 years we've had is fucking gold, and I'm holding on to every last minute. And I think you said it. Yeah, we're just enjoying it. And my God, I'm happy it's back, man. We got. Yeah,
I'm really enjoying this era, dude. It's like the old dudes who know what they're doing. It's fun.
And it's Curry's last sort of chapter, man. We get to ride it out. We'll see if it's 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4.
Yeah, but he's there with Jimmy Butler and Al Horford. I mean,
it's
that's
kind of amazing because, he's still the best player in the league. Like, there might be 10 best players, right? I know people will say it's blasphemous. Yeah, Ant Edwards might be better, or Shai might be better, or Jokic might be better. But fuck that. Curry can go toe to toe with any player in the NBA still.
What's crazy with him is I was like, it was hard for me to rank him up with like all the legends I loved as a kid, like with Jordan and whatever.
Yeah.
As he gets older, every single year I get more respect for Steph Curry, like every single season, because to me, he gets better. Like, he puts himself in a position to be better every year. Yeah. And it's incredible. Like, he turns over the ball still a little once in a while, like a moron. But I don't, the way he puts his body in it and the reps he takes, and then he's the nicest guy in the world. I mean, I don't know. The guy's amazing. And I'm full on the Steph train now. And I'm wearing a Steph jersey, which I never thought I'd do because such a contrarian. But
what's incredible about Steph too is he, at least for me, is I still think when I'm watching him, he looks like he's in his prime. And then I watch his prime and realize how much he's not in his athletic prime quite anymore, right? Like, you go look 5 years ago, he was actually just like faster and quicker. And it's kind of amazing because you don't even notice it because he's so goddamn good that when he's playing, you're just watching him ball on everybody, and he can still get sort of wherever he wants and get shots off. And I convince myself he still looks like his A+ self. And I think if we're honest, he's not quite his A+ self, but it's almost like when you talk about pitchers that learn how to pitch, right? Yeah. Like, he just keeps evolving as an NBA player.
Well, I think his hand-eye is just as good.
Of course. I mean, that ain't going nowhere. And I don't know if I used to love, and my brother loved him even more, but my brother influences some of my takes often, frankly, because we talk so much sports. He loved Paul Pierce, your guy, right?
Yeah.
And so when I watch Paul Pierce, everybody's talking shit on Paul Pierce. And you're like, dude, I don't know what to tell you. He's going to get a midi. He's going to get a midi in your face no matter what you do. And he's going to get that shot he wants. And Curry doesn't actually quite have it like that, frankly.
No.
He's a little smaller. But my point is, he's playing a little bit already.
Paul
more
Pierce,
than
I think Luka has some Paul Pierce.
Oh, yeah.
Like the way the finesse with the body, just like subtle movements. And you don't have to be some quick spaz to work guys. Paul Pierce
he's learning even more of that. He's learning more of that, I think. Yeah.
And it's crazy. I saw Steph in person for the first time when I lived in LA for years. I saw him against the Clippers in like 2012, the second Warriors playoff year.
Yeah.
When they lost to the Clippers in 7 at the end of the year. And Steph in person was the quickest person I'd ever seen on a court. And I didn't know that. Like, watching on TV, you don't really realize that. So he's lost that ability, but I think he's the way he finishes now, he's gained a lot of skill in that department.
Yeah. Do you remember how pumped you were when the Warriors drafted Curry? Like, I was one of the people that was super pumped. Were you? I'm just actually
curious. I was pumped when they drafted him.
Yeah.
I was one of the ones who wanted him to get traded over Monte.
Yeah. I don't think I was, but I didn't have that much of an opinion. I was more just like confused. But
I love Monte.
Yeah, who didn't? I mean, that guy, he was a joy. I mean, because he reminded you of the old Warriors' greatness, right? You're still losing.
Totally. But just give me a guy who puts up close to 30 a night. I don't care if we.
I mean, that's like our best ever, right? Like, we never had that. We never even had that. He was just like, look at this loser that is just the best player in the league, right?
Well, we did have that. We had that. We had that with Gilbert. We had that with.
Not for a long time. Monte actually did it for a while, right? Gilbert, how many years did we get a Gilbert balling? Like
2, maybe?
2? Yeah, it wasn't too long. Monte, what? We get like 6, 7?
5, 6.
5'6". Yeah.
Yeah. But Steph was oft injured. His ankle was
I
always such a
know. I
problem.
mean,
So I was
what a
like, what the
career. So
fuck are you
crazy.
doing?
So crazy.
Yeah. And
Man,
then Bogut, I was like, you got Bogut for Monte Ellis?
hilarious.
This dude doesn't he also didn't play at the time. He was always injured. And God, did that come together well. I was really into David Lee, though. I was juiced when we got David Lee.
Yeah, man, I can't believe that talking about all this is fucking going down memory lane.
And
Life
it
goes
gets
way
you
too
juiced,
fast.
man. Like real Warriors fans who know about it. Like this
But how are we this deep into it? Like I cannot believe that is now old nostalgic shit. The trade
decade
and
ago.
Bogut.
The first championship was that decade ago.
What the hell is happening, man? Daddies, I'm telling you, bro. You have a kid and it starts going faster. My kid's 9, right? Lila's 9. So I remember I was watching the Clay heater when Clay comes back and hits all those game 6 Clay.
Yeah.
Fucking Lila's in my arm. That was the best playoffs ever. Me and Lila as a newborn. I just sat and watched every playoff game with her in my arms and fucking
love it. That's so tight.
I can't believe we're here, man. 10 years later, we're still doing it, man. Yeah, let's get one more. Are we gonna get greedy and get one more? I was like, kind of 22 was kind of it, and now I'm like, shit. Are we?
I think this team has the capability, and I'm down for it. But it's not like win or bust. That's my attitude.
Nah.
And a lot of these dumbass fans out here are like, "Oh, win it or it's a lost season."
Hell no! Let's just go if we just make a deep run, that'll be heaven on earth. Get me to the Western Conference Finals.
A deep run would be great. I mean, even last year was great, man. We took out the lengthy ass young Rockets. Dude, that's a huge win.
I mean, the thing about having a good season with the Warriors is if they do that, they got a chance, right? Like,
yeah,
if they're healthy. And
if they're healthy,
if they're healthy in the second round of the NBA, yeah, if they're healthy in the second round of the NBA playoffs, there's as good a chance as anyone win the finals. So that's
what I'm saying, bro. Yeah. That's what I've been saying. And so when we grew up, what did we have? We had Run TMC happened. I think they made one playoff. I was like so young at that point.
Yeah, I was weirdo. I barely even liked Run TMC. I used to joke and I was like watching Jordan. I was like Persian ass little Artie didn't have parents teaching them about NBA. So I was just like, oh, NBA on NBC, Michael Jordan. And then I kind of came in right after Run TMC.
My brother was into the Pistons because they were the winners in 89, 90. So I really got into the Dubs with the Chris Webber pick made me hardcore
that
back then. Yeah, you remember that.
That's when I started getting
it's really the year before Webber actually too.
Yeah, I mean, I started getting into all that too. That's right. So when did Run TMC end? Remind me. It's like
91. I think they.
Yeah, traded. That's right. That's so weird that I become a Warriors fan right after Run TMC.
Yeah, I was just getting into them, and then my brother was like, "Yeah, we got Billy Owens for Mitch Richmond or something."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh shit, Mitch Richmond's gone." So I was only a fan of that version for a very small amount of time, and then I remember just being in love with bald-headed Sprewell with the sideburns and Duncan, and then Chris Webber and Mullen. Obviously, that was my shit. And for some reason, when you're a kid, those teams take up so much of your memory, even though it was one season or 2 seasons.
Yeah, totally.
But that was my shit. And then obviously, me and you talked about the Warriors for the rest of our lives after that.
Yeah, babyface BJ Armstrong, man, that's the beginning.
Bimbo Coles, man,
Mookie Blaylock.
Yeah, why not Mookie?
Big cock Mookie Blaylock. That's what Harry told us.
Yeah,
he said he was in that locker room on Twitter. It was down to the knee. He said that thing was something.
Googliata.
Oh, Goog, Ronnie Cycli.
The clerk.
Oh, the list goes on. Todd Fuller, Carlos Rogers, Clifford Rozier,
Ike Diagu.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that's for actual Warriors fans. Hopefully, actual Warriors fans are listening to this. But I guess that's it for now. I mean, what's our next game? Thursday? We're playing somebody.
Let's check it out. Who we play on Thursday? We got.
Tell me who we're playing. Art Warriors Roundtable. Let's call Hani next.
Warriors Roundtable. Oh fuck, we got a great game too. We're going right back to ESPN. We're going right back to Thursday. It'll be right smack dab in the middle of Thursday Night Live while I'll be in sunny Santa Barbara for work. So I'm going to try to make it for Thursday Night Live.
At the very least.
If I miss it.
I put your face on a goddamn cover, like an album cover, basically. It's like putting Corrupt or Daz on a Snoop cover.
Yeah.
And then you say, hey, I might not be able to make it.
Oh, I should be there. I can't wait to be there. But
you better be there.
We'll have Warriors on SmackDown. Oh shit! I'll be in Santa Barbara, so they won't be on the TV. Well, whatever. Oh no, it's ESPN.
Yeah,
ESPN.
it's
It's an
it's
ESPN
national
7 o'clock game.
natty.
Beautiful. So yeah, we got the Nuggets opener. We're at. But whoever told you whatever they told you, they confused you because I think the Warriors are at home on Thursday. So
No, Monday, dude. That's when the thing is. Monday.
no, I know, but you said it was their home opener. That's bullshit too. Is what
Monday
I'm saying.
is the home opener, no?
You,
Oh,
you
Warriors are at
sure?
home Thursday.
I think so. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, I probably got
Yeah,
led, in the
yeah.
wrong direction by my boys
But
who
yeah,
are
so
still
that
on
should
the
be a hell of a game. So we get the Nuggets right away, and I kind of like it because we get our size tested right away. I love watching the Warriors get their size tested, right? Like I always worry. So you got
with
Horford,
Aiton today. I got a little worried at first, but
yeah, Aiton's kind of a bum. Yeah, I'm intrigued to see um what
Looney's
Horford
out
looks
for a
like.
couple of months on the Pels, by the way, if you knew
Yeah,
that.
no, I saw that. I'm sad about that. I love me some Looney. That's my second squad this year. I'm rooting for the Pels to
Your
make the
brother
playoffs.
was like, "Oh yeah, pool too."
Hell yeah.
Your brother just most of our podcast, his sports take was Looney is the greatest like player of all time in any sport. We
Yeah, we
just
love
talked a lot
Looney.
of Loon.
We love Jordan Poole. That's kind of where our sadness for my recent Warriors feelings have been less than ideal for how much I love the Warriors, and I'm kind of finally getting over it. Right? It's like when you feel like it actually took time. They say time heals. Time is starting to heal because I hated the punch so much. I love the Warriors so much more than
You
I love
used to
most
do shit
teams.
like that when we were young to the fellow athletes.
No, I didn't knock nobody out that was my teammate, and I especially didn't knock out a youngin. I specifically go ask a Jack
You just
McKnight.
put it on me.
Go ask a young. I mean, it's funny to call a Jack McKnight a youngin. Only 2 years younger, but it felt younger at that time, right? Like
Right, right.
when we're growing
Yeah.
up. And I always had love for the youngins. Your sister, man, I always gave her hella love.
Tramel Jones didn't care about just blindside me in practice.
Yeah, but that shit, that shit hurt me, and I loved and it was so. I don't know. People got so many judgments on Jordan Poole. Say he's a little punk, a little this, a little that. I don't
No,
give a
that was
fuck who he is.
out of pocket for
Yeah, that's
sure.
out of pocket.
Yeah.
It's out of pocket, and I hated that shit. I hated having to see it, and I hated the way it impacted. You just felt its impact forever, and
Yeah.
I
We're
don't
past
know.
it. I think
We're
we're
past
past it.
it, and we kind of needed to because Wiggins was his boy, and I feel like Looney was his boy, and you could kind of feel like there was a lot of that I just feel like there were lingering feelings that I could almost myself feel that are now actually sort of gone, to your point, because this feels like a new team. It actually, for the first time, doesn't feel like necessarily a continuation of the 22 team, the 21 team, and trying to it actually feels like, all right, we have a fully new direction. We got Jimmy Butler, we got Al Horford, we
Exactly.
got
Those two guys.
maybe an older bought in Kuminga that might even stick around. We got Pods, who's wasn't a part of 2022. It's different. It's different, and
I
maybe
think
it's something.
having Butler and Horford, I don't want to stress it too much, but I'm trying to tell people how excited I am for it.
Yeah,
Because those two guys
I
are
can
like
see it.
serious glue guys, man.
Yeah. And everybody's hard on Butler, and I was one of them too, with the way he wasn't being an alpha when we needed him to be.
When Steph was
when Kurt, but I'm trying to remind myself, I try to remind everybody he was hurt.
apparently.
And I think more than anything, I'm very happy to watch tonight because he played the role of a 1A, not a 1B or a 2. And I think he absolutely needs to play the role of a 1A with Steph. Steph and him have to be interchangeable alphas. It can't be, he kind of came in really ready to acquiesce to the Warriors and Steph. He kept saying, I love passing. I was talking to my brother about this earlier today. It was really odd how much he talked about. I think he literally said something about loving passing and not loving shooting. He said something weird. I remember he had some quotes, but it was really much trying to make the point. I'm not going to step on toes. I'm here to just facilitate, make everyone's game easier. And I think he does that. And I think he means that. But year 2, he has to come in as Jimmy Butler. He has to come in as, this is my fucking team with Steph, and we're going to run this shit, and we're going to have the balls in our hands, and we're going to dominate. And if he can do that.
And they had a preseason together. They had practices together.
Yeah. I mean, those two are fucking great.
Yeah. I don't want to overstate it, but I think stay healthy and you got something real special.
Yeah.
Right. So I guess, yeah. Any last things? Because we got to wrap it up, I guess.
No, I was just going to say, all right, man, I'll stop dropping so many F-bombs on this.
No, it's fine.
This is fun. I'm so excited for this season. I can't
Me too,
wait.
dog.
Game 1 of 82.
For sure. All right. This has been Artavon Davron. I'm Jake Lucas. You'll see us both, or hopefully both, again on
The
Thursday.
GOAT. The GOAT.
Donyell Marshall, the GOAT. Steph Curry. I'm wearing my only popular player jersey.
Yeah.
I have David Lee's. I have Baron Davis's. Trust me, guys. I love all
Get
the
this.
random guys.
Get this 40-minute, not Thursday Night Live, Warriors Roundtable in Drew Gooden's hands. Get him to pass that shit along to Donyell Marshall and make sure Donyell Marshall sees this. All right. I know you got.
I can get Donyell on the pod for sure.
Yeah. Get Donyell on the pod, and then
we'll get Drew and Donyell.
Yeah. Get Donyell just to see this to start. Let him know he's the GOAT. I remember when he went on his little 30-point, 20 rebound runs. Ain't nobody fuck with Donyell.
Oh, and Art, I got to say, thumbnail I put up for this is me with Julian and our boy Ricky Alonso, who passed away recently. I watched a lot of that 22 championship run with Ricky. Boy of ours, we played Little League Baseball with him. I remember there was one time I told him that I was living under the sea and you were there, I think. He was just such a innocent, gullible dude.
Yeah.
He was just such
Ricky was sweetheart. I can't even believe when you hit me with that news.
Yeah.
And now that you're, mentioned it here, I feel like I have to just, I don't know, send my love to him, his family, his mom, his dad, his sister. It's just, he was a really, really, really great person that I not lost touch with him more than other people. I'll chat with him here and there on Instagram, and I'm glad to hear you still saw him a few years ago. But man, grew up, played Little League, was a hard worker, loved his kids from what I could tell so much, online. His persona was really one of just grinding and trying to do the right thing. I know sometimes he got caught up doing things that I think he probably didn't want to do, and it seemed like he was just grinding, trying his hard, and I was so sad to hear he was struggling more than I knew. And man, he was just a good dude, and it was really sad to hear. And man, we only got one life on this earth, and so let's be good to each other. Let's be good to ourselves. Let's live. Let's thrive, and let's watch a run. Let's watch an 82 game run.
Exactly. In Ricky's name, man. That was my boy. It's our the guy who produces the song for the intro of the show. It's one of Julian's best friends. And me and Ricky were homies with Julian, is like brothers with him. So thoughts and prayers
Absolutely.
to Julian, man. Hope
I didn't know Julian and Ricky were so close, man.
Yeah. And Ricky was my boy too. I mean, everyone loved Ricky. Ricky, rest in peace, brother. We love you.
Yeah.
Go Dubs. Let's win another one for you, baby. Number 5.
Yep. Rest in peace, my man. Check it out. Let's do it.
I'm Daddy's. Peace, y'all.
I'm Daddy.